So, I would like to apologize. Ladies and gentlemen, please calm down. I know that I promised a video every 2 months, and now it's a month or even 2 later. I'm realizing this now, but what can I say? Sometimes life just happens. You have work, school, or just a string of bad luck in your way to complete your goals and your dreams. It does not mean you just give up. No, you put the time and the effort that you can into your goals, into your dreams, and you try your best. A late promise is always better than no promise. Right?
Legalize nuclear bombs.
Hello everybody, my name is Wild One Crazy Ninja, and welcome back to another video. Again, I would like to apologize for a very late video, as it was a little out of my control, but either way, I'm happy to be making this one for you right now. A brief overview of this update video, I'm going to be covering what is going on in the real world, the massive fun progress that I've made in my Minecraft world, and the future for this Minecraft world, and ideas for future videos on my channel. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. A major reason for this video being so late is school. And let me inform you that it is finally over. And it is also just around the corner. I've survived, and not to toot my own horn, but I've also thrived in my last semester. You know that feeling when you walk into a test completely unprepared and your nerves are getting to you, but then you walk out feeling like a prodigy? That was me. I felt so good leaving each of my classrooms for the finals when I knew I shouldn't have. In retrospect, my confidence was well earned, as I finished the semester academically with all A's and 1 B+, finishing with a 3.9 this semester. That is an amazing report card to be going home to, and I was certainly proud of myself until my teachers released the next semester's schedule. What the fuck? I'm fine. It'll be fine. I'm cool. It's okay. It's not like I'm gonna be swamped for another semester of my life, another 5 to 4 months of my life. No, it's fine. It's cool. Smooth basalt and cobbled deep slate. I mind it. There's nothing more that I can say than that. But it is done, and now it is sitting in a chest somewhere. Wool. Surprisingly, one of my least favorite blocks to collect. There is no faster way than to just put a bunch of sheep in a pen and start shearing. Yes, there is a string duper method that I could do in 1.19.2, but in my eyes, that is cheating. I do not want to do that. So I did it the old-fashioned way. This took multiple days and game sessions to get approximately 7 stacks of wool that I needed. After I got all the wool, the temptations to burn every sheep to the ground in that pen was immense. But I know I'll probably need the wool sooner or later, so they get to live this time. Obsidian. I overestimated this task a ton. Mining obsidian with efficiency 5 and haste 2 was amazing. Just look at this time lapse. To get all of the obsidian that I needed, it only took me around 30 to 45 minutes of real time. It was great. I was just jamming out to some music and mining obsidian. Who couldn't ask for a better time waster?
the Froglight Farm. Who knew that these frogs were going to be living so lavishly? Over Thanksgiving break, I spent most of my free time building a place for these frogs to live and create froglights. If you remember from the last video I made, frogs need to eat baby magma cubes in order to create froglight. Instead of bringing the magma cubes to the frogs, I thought it was a better idea to bring the frogs to the magma cubes. The only problem is the Nether, which is a very dangerous place for a four-legged, mush-for-brain amphibian. So I decided to create an enclosure so that the hellish landscape stays outside while the frogs and magma cubes stay inside. I think that I've mentioned this before, but I love building with no plans in Minecraft. Simply letting the thoughts form on the fly is amazing. I really love how the floor turned into walls, the walls turned into castle walls, and the castle walls inspired a wizard-like tower in the center of the build. I really love how this mini project turned out, and I had so much fun making it. And I can officially say that collecting froglight is officially over. Maybe I'll need a different color froglight in the future, but that's a problem for the future me to worry about. There are only 4 more blocks for me to collect. Those are tinted glass, sculk blocks, dead brain coral, and netherite blocks. But the only block that's giving me real trouble is netherite. I've had some decent progress for tinted glass, and I'm going to go on an amethyst mining run during my next game session. For sculk, I'm currently setting up a mini base of operations for collecting sculk and exploring the ancient city. And for dead brain coral, I just have to fly into the ocean and collect some. For netherite, I have drastically underestimated how hard it is to collect all of it. Remember in the last video how I created the scale model of every single ancient debris block that I have to collect? Well, that image of more than 5,000 ancient debris is starting to dawn on me. I am going to invest in one of those automatic ancient debris mining machines. I've mined for a bit in my netherite mines, but to minimal profits. I was able to upgrade all of my tools to netherite, but collecting enough for a full beacon seems impossible. It's just something that's going to take a while.
Minecraft. Is that all this guy ever plays and talks about?
Hey, it's not entirely true.
Like, oh my god. Shut the fuck up.
Yes, Minecraft is one of my favorite games, but that does not mean it's the only game that I play. For the longest time, the only game that I could play and record on my computer was Minecraft, so that is what I based my entire channel off of. If you look back into the channel's history, you will find an occasional video of a different game, but my game library was very limited due to running on Mac OS. Now that I have my own powerful computer, I can play whatever game I want, and my Steam game library has truly expanded. If I were you, then I would expect to see some different game videos coming up very soon, as I do play games that are not just Minecraft. The next video that I want to release would probably have to be a Hollow Knight video, so expect to see that in the coming months.
Thank you so much for watching this video. I had a great time making the video, but it took a lot out of me. The editing, recording, and getting materials together took so much longer than I expected. I think I'm going to stop putting deadlines on a hobby. I love making YouTube videos, but this should not be a chore, as it should be an outlet for my creativity. So expect the next videos when they come. And I'm going to go enjoy this long weekend due to President's Day, and I hope you do too. Ladies and gentlemen, that will be all.